Good morning. Good morning and good morning. Happy Thursday, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning. We are here for our Car Chronicles show this morning. I am Caramel Rail. No, you guys cannot see me because I am still in sleepy mode. But we are here and we do have a wonderful show for you guys. I pulled some great topics that I know you guys are going to love. And get a great kiki and some tea out of as well. All right. So we're going to jump right on in as we always do. Good morning to everybody. Let me see who we got right quick. Let's say good morning right quick. Rose Armstead, good morning. She's always first. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Carlotta Passmore. My Ma Linda Gamble, my top flight Ma Linda Gamble. Thank you, Shaquanda, for being here. Deborah Johnson, good morning. Living with Purpose, good morning. Good morning, Miss Reba 0616, good morning. Maria Clark, good morning. Janice Jones, good morning. April Pearson, good morning. Babette Brooks, thanks for being here. Erica Rogers, good morning. Purple Queen, good morning. Miss Rat, good morning. Monique Johnson, good morning. Yvette Bell, good morning. Annie Lennon, good morning. Classy type lady, thanks for being here. My other mod, Tyra, thanks for being here, Tyra. And good morning to you, Denise Slay, thanks for being here. Sweet Vern, thanks for being here, Sweet Vern. Give me a second, gotta put my glasses on so I can read real good. I don't want y'all saying Caramel can't read this morning. We don't want that. We don't want that out there. Because y'all know we read good over here now. We read good. I don't read like Martell. Don't be out there telling people, Caramel over there reading like Martell over there this morning. Child, bye. Y'all ain't about to have me out there like that. No, ma'am. Let me get these glasses on. Y'all know how stuff get out there now. We don't want that out. All right, let's see. Let's see, y'all, so we can fly on down this line. Y'all know I read better with my glasses be on. All right, let's get these on. All right. Boom. All right, so let's see. Where I stop it. Good morning, Cheryl Williams. Good morning. Good morning, Aretha Johnson. Let's see. Tanya 53. Good morning, Sharice Christian. Good morning, Frederice Williams. Good morning, C. Lewis. Good morning, Alicia Studemeyer. Good morning, Michelle B. Katrina McKnight. Good morning, Inga Bruce. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Shonda Allen. Good morning, Darlene Mungum. Good morning, Sweet Essence. Thanks for being here, dear. Thanks for being here, Ty. Gloria Williams. Good morning, Tia Lee Smith. Good morning. Who else? Daisy Lewis. Good morning. Good morning. Dolores Campbell. Good morning. Greatness of Love. Good morning. Judy Brown. Good morning. Viola Ramona. Good morning. Good morning. Siobhan Foster. I'm sorry. I renamed her this morning, child. Siobhan Foster. Good morning. Okay. Bojane Queen. Good morning. I hope I said that right. Make sure I got everybody. Regina Ashby. Good morning. Cassandra D. Good morning. Delilah T. Good morning. Good morning, Love. Good morning, Fly Girl Speaks. Good morning. Yaminia, good morning. Anita Dubose, good morning. Sheena So Blessed, good morning. Good morning. Frankie Robinson, good morning. Good morning. I don't know why when I hear Frankie Robinson, I don't know why I thought about Frankie Lyman. I don't know why I thought about Frankie Lyman this morning. I'm tripping. Simply Living Inspired. I like that name. Good morning. I had to wet my whistle, y'all. Kim Jones, good morning. Lisa World, good morning. Good morning, Girlfriend Chronicles. That's a content creator. Y'all check her out. Good morning. Sylvia Blow, good morning. Good morning. All right, let's get on into our show because we do have one. Everything said in the video is alleged, in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. Good morning, Joyce McLean. Good morning. All right, let's get into our first topic. All right, so for those of you who know, Halle Bailey, honey, the same person who told us to stay out her damn business is putting us in her business, okay? I was like, girl, I thought you told us to stay out your damn business. You ain't want nobody speaking about you and this damn pregnancy and your child. Now this child is in our face every damn day. I'm like, girl, you said you weren't pregnant, and when people was asking you, girl, you said, I need people to stay out of my business. It's private. If I want to share it with you, I will share it with you. Please stay out of my business. So, child, every time we turn around, the baby is on social media. You're throwing him in our face. And now you and DDG, y'all done broke up. Y'all put that in our face. And now he done went out here and put the baby on a live chat. And now you talking about you out of town and you mad. And y'all going back and forth. You done shut down your social media account. And all this is in our face. And you want an opinion out of us because you wouldn't put the shit up there. All right. But we're going to talk about it. Y'all got to figure out how to co-parent. Y'all done broke up. And now he doing little shit to piss you off, and you going to the social media to piss him off to get your clap back. And I am already tired of the shit. And let's talk about it. All right. Halle Bailey disables her Twitter account after receiving backlash for seemingly stating that DDG streaming with their son is affecting her postpartum. All right. Cute baby though. They made a cute baby. I ain't gonna hold you. The one we supposed to stay out her business and not talk about. I always got to put that on there because I felt away. I'm like, girl, don't tell me to stay out your damn business when you put me in your business, okay? Like, damn. All right, so as you guys can see here, it says it looks like Halle Bailey has disabled her account after making a few posts calling out DDG. All right, so they're fighting. You guys know that. They're still trying to co-parent. He's doing what the hell he want to do. He has that baby a lot because she is more busy than he is. She's traveling. She's, touring and all this other stuff that she's doing. She and her sister, they're working. So during that time, they're co-parenting. So he will watch the baby. And he seems to be a pretty good dad because every time I see him with the baby, he's always doing something. But he did decide to go live with what's his name, Kai Sense. And he had the baby on the live with him. And I think Halle Bailey's concern was that, Kai Sense be kind of hanging around the little thugs. And she don't want her baby up over there on a live where everybody could see this child and all that. I respect that as a mom. She's a first-time mom, so it's natural for her to be overly protective. And I feel like a conversation maybe should have been had between the two of them and say, hey, I'm getting ready to do this live. How you feel about me bringing the baby along and him being on the live? If she says no, then kind of respect that because she is a new mom and respect the fact she is going through postpartum because you don't want to push her further into whatever type of depression or whatever she's going through, okay? So the two of them are new parents, so I get it. They're learning as they go, but there is a sense of respect when it comes to both parents. And the same goes for her. If you're going to do something that maybe the father does not necessarily agree with, you guys have a conversation and meet in the middle. I mean, you share this child. Both of you are the parents. Both of you guys have say so. He is very much so in the child's life, and she appears to be a great mother. So I want to see them work this out, but you guys have to communicate. If you know she's out of town and you know this is something you're going to do that may be contradictory to what she would like and or approve of, call her and say, hey, I'm going to do a live with Kai Sense. I got the baby with me. How do you feel about me bringing the baby and the baby being on the live when I go live with Kai Sense? Do you feel a way about that? If so, I'll get a babysitter and I'll just go ahead and do the live. Or if you don't mind, then I'm happy to bring him along. A conversation like that. And if she say, no, I don't really want him on there, and then you say, okay, I can respect that because I know you're going through this postpartum. I'll get a babysitter. Y'all got money to pay a babysitter. I'm pretty sure you got family members that would be happy to watch him for a couple hours while you handle your business, okay? Because they are both working parents. So let's get into this. As you guys can see, Halle has this to say. Halle Bailey says this. She says that as a woman experiencing severe postpartum, there are boundaries that I wish to be respected. She says that nobody knows what someone is going through until they snap. So she could be at the breaking point. She could be at the breaking point. You know, a lot of mothers who are dealing with postpartum and severe. She says severe. So that's very bad. They're dealing with severe postpartum. Sometimes they unalive their children. So I hope she's getting the necessary help that she needs. And I hope he's not just doing things to pick and prod and poke at her because they're broken up. Because y'all know how, they're young. Y'all know how young people can be sometimes to get the other's attention when they got the child and they know the mother is away. They do little things to get a reaction. And I feel like he's petty like that because he got a slick mouth like a female. He's real sassy like a woman. So I can see him doing that, but I feel like the respect needs to be there, knowing that she's dealing with severe, she said severe postpartum. That can be a very dangerous thing. Or she could hurt herself. Most mothers choose to hurt their child, and sometimes they hurt themselves, or they go further. But so let's get into it. All right, so this is him on the live. This is him on the live with Kai Sense. He has the baby there. They're saying that Kai Sense, usually when he has other celebrities on his live, his podcast, that he does have tight security there, just so that there's safety there, because he does deal with a lot of thuggish, ruggish bones around their child. So let's go ahead and get into this live.
Shit, I'm not gonna lie. He looked just like Payroll, bro. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's Halo himself live in the flesh. Mm-hmm. Now, Halo, you don't know this, but I'm your uncle. You feel what I'm saying? I'm your uncle. When you were born and stuff like that, I got to see, your dad reveal you and stuff. So it's a pleasure to meet you, Halo.
Check him up.
So what he be doing?
He be chilling. Like he really calm. He just woke up though.
How it feel being a dad though?
I ain't gonna lie, it still feel kind of fake.
Really?
A little bit, but
Bro, you got a son, bro.
Yeah, you gotta have one.
When do you think I should have a son?
How old are you?
22.
I say by like next year.
23? No,
That's what I keep telling people.
Shit, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
He looked.
So they were on the live together, just chopping it up. The baby seemed to be real calm. He don't seem like a real fussy baby. So, and he looks just like his damn mama. Okay, with them spaced out little eyes. He cute. He cute as a button. But yeah, so she felt a way about this baby being on the live, being, you know, for millions of people, because he do have a lot of people who watch his podcast. So she was like, look, I have a problem with my baby being on this live with millions of people sitting there staring at my damn baby. You ain't said shit to me. Like, what's up? What's going on? You could have had a conversation. So she's saying that that's triggered her postpartum. How do you guys feel about it? What y'all think? Y'all think he should have had a conversation with her prior to taking the baby on this live? Or do you think that as a father, he has a right to do so and that she just needs to deal with it and they just need to figure out how to co-parent the situation? I feel like he should have had a conversation. That's simple. It don't cost you anything to reach out to her. She is the mother and respect her feelings as well. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on, child. They don't want us in their damn business, but you want me in your business. I mean, pick one, shit. Because I want to be in your business. Because y'all know I'm nosy. And sometimes I potentially can be messy. And it's okay. That's how the Lord made me. All right. All right. So let's move on, child. Oh, Lord. Yes, he could have Miss Sheena Blair. He could have reached out to her. That I think they're doing that mess on purpose to be, you know. All right, so this is a word on the street, honey. Shout out to It's On Site. Word on the street, honey, is saying that Gervonta Tank Davis, y'all know he is a boxer. I like him. Is facing foreclosure and had his birthday trip to Japan denied by a judge, child. Ooh, what are you doing? Where your money at? You sitting here holding all this money and you getting foreclosed on? Like, is this fake money? Like, what's going on? All right, so it says that boxing champion Gervonta Davis, honey, is caught up in some legal woes. Now, despite recently copping up $3.4 million penthouse in Baltimore, Silo Point, it says that Davis now faces foreclosure after allegedly falling behind on thousands of dollars in condo dues and fees. It says that, and the bad news is that it doesn't stop there. It says that a Baltimore judge just shut down his plans for a birthday trip to Japan, even after Davis penned a letter to plead his case. It says that per the Baltimore Sun. Now, in a motion filed last Wednesday, it says that Davis's attorney, Pruitt, emphasizes that Tank has been meeting all the terms of his probation, had even settled his debt for the foreclosure, and was grateful for the chance to attend the 2024 Paris Olympics earlier this year. Now, it says that in this letter that Davis reportedly shared that his time in France opened his eyes to a different side of the world. And he says that I want to explore more. Now, it goes on to say that he says that I have no issues with probation in Florida. He says, and things are going great. But on Friday, Judge Althea M. Handy, shot down or pow down his request in a one-line order with no further explanation. So they're saying he ain't pay these damn penthouse dues and fees and all this other stuff. So they're trying to foreclose on his $3.4 million penthouse. Baby, pay that money. You holding it, shit. You holding their money. Go down and give him that damn money. I don't think he don't have the money. I just think maybe whoever's handling his business ain't doing what they need to do. Go down there and pay these people and save your penthouse and sit your ass down and reflect. Okay, you are on probation because you can't keep your damn hands to yourself. You fight. You are a boxer. Box and hit people in the ring. When you do that shit out of the ring, there are repercussions. You are signed contractually to be able to be ass in the ring. But when you get out of the ring and you put your hands on somebody, it's consequences. And you're lucky that you got off on probation and not jail time. Okay, when you got a little money in the bank, you can get past some things. What other people go to jail for, you get probation. All right, so get your money up if you want to be out here committing crimes and you don't want to go to jail and get just probation. That's who get probation, people with money. All right, let's move on. He is a great fighter, though. I'll give him that. I love watching boxing because I box too. So that's my thing. I love it, honey. I love watching it. All right, so let's get into this next topic, honey. Yes. I am into that. I got a little tomboy in me, y'all, that haven't got out of me since I was a child. I grew up riding dirt bikes and four-wheelers and all types of shit. I was child. I was a straight up tomboy growing up. Go-karts, I was in all that. I was into all that. And I did do double dutch and all that stuff too. You know, girly stuff. But I also like, you know, being a tomboy. I don't feel like she was, and it's still in my blood to this day. I love boxing. I used to watch wrestling growing up as well. Okay. And was trying the wrestling moves on some of my cousins. I was that rough cousin child. But hey, it is what it is, girl. They said you love watching boxing. I do too, y'all. I do too. And I sit there and watch football with my husband too. I sure will. Football, basketball. I'm into all that. I love that. And I go to the games sometimes too. I've been to some Falcon games, and it was really able to be lit in the stadium. So I was like, yes, this is it. I'm not even a Falcons fan, but I just go for the experience because it be lit. But let's get into it, y'all. All right, so rapper Plies, you guys, is suing Soulja Boy, Glorilla, rapper Megan Thee Stallion, and more, child said that for allegedly stealing the beat of his song. All right, and a few lyrics as well too. So he's saying that me and my goons, let's see. All right, so that's the song. So he said the song "Me and My Goons" that it was stolen. He feels by Soulja Boy. Okay, and then I went and listened to both songs. We can't play it on here because y'all know they do the copywriting thing. So I listened to both songs. It does eerily sound the same. I ain't even gonna hold you. It really does. So he might get a nice bag out of that. So Soulja Boy, while you waving all this money online trying to show you still got some money out here after that Soulja Boy up in the hey, that song, you might want to go ahead and cough up that money because Plies has already filed a lawsuit against your ass. Okay. Yeah, while you online showing your stacks of money, he about to get that up off you. All right, Pretty Boy Swag. Pretty Boy Swag is a song that was said that he stole as well from Plies, one of his beats. So Plies is suing his ass. Okay. Y'all remember the song Pretty Boy Swag? That was a nice little song. Wanna Be, which is Glorilla's song, Do Like a Snippet. Okay, y'all know that song that she did with Megan Thee Stallion. He said that they actually stole his beat and some of the lyrics as well. So he is suing Glorilla and he's suing Megan Thee Stallion for that song. And I ain't gonna hold you. That song was a hit song. They done made a lot of money off this song. So he about to get paid. And I feel like, and with other artists that go back and sue for copyright infringement, I feel like they know that these people are stealing their lyrics and or beats and songs or whatever. And they sit back and they see what the song is going to do before they initiate a lawsuit so that they can get more money. Okay. Because really it's due. They can really go by how well the song does. Just like Mariah Carey was sued by another artist for one of her the Christmas song, All I Want for Christmas Is You. They're saying that she didn't originally write that song. And we all know that song is a huge song. When you hear it, anytime Christmas come around, everybody's playing that song. So imagine how much money she's made from that song. And the person who originally wrote that song came from Mariah and they sued her ass for copyright infringement and got a nice bag off that shit too. So now he is suing Glorilla, who her album has come to be #1 for a female artist. When she just put her new album out, Glorious, has come in at #1 for a female album. So yeah, he's sitting back watching. Trust me, he know they been stole his shit, but he's waiting. Hey, let me see how well this song gonna do. So when I strike and file this damn lawsuit, I'm about to get a nice bag up off them. So Soulja Boy, Megan Thee Stallion, and Glorilla, y'all about to cough up a nice piece of change. Okay, I ain't about to read all this shit because I don't care like that. But as you guys can see, yeah, that's what it is. So he is suing they ass. So go on and cough it up. Moving on. Yeah, I ain't about to read all that. All right, let's move on to the next topic. Plies about to get a nice coin. He like, bitch, give me my money. Okay. I know that's right. Plies. Get your money, honey. I ain't mad at it. Because all you got to do is reach out to him and say, hey, look, I'm doing this song. Is it okay if I use a certain part of your song or if I use the beat? How much you going to charge me to use this beat? Okay, how much you going to charge me? Let's go on and do some paperwork on this. You sign off, I sign off. Let me get the lawyers to go on and do what they got to do. And let's go on and get this shit notarized. And let's go on and get in the booth and do what we got to do. I know how the shit work because I work in music. So that's all you had to do. But when you go and use the shit and you don't say nothing, they can sue your ass for whatever they choose to sue you for. And 9 times out of 10, if you used it without his permission, they're going to get that bag. So that's how that works, okay? Just in case you didn't know. It's simple. Call him up, shit. 9 times, he going to get money from the shit anyway. He going to get paid. So why wouldn't he say, yeah? If y'all talking, if the money is spoken out right, if y'all talking about the money right, he going to get a bag from that song. And especially if it continues to do well, that's a check every month for him. So why would he not say yes? But when you just go over his head and you know that's his shit and you use it and you don't say nothing, you know he gonna sue your ass. I don't get it. But let's move on to this next topic, child. Yeah, that's why I say I don't blame him. I don't blame him either. Get your money. He about to get a bag. All right, so 35-year-old Miami payroll supervisor, you guys, is arrested for stealing over $46,000 from other employees' paychecks, Lord. Now, reportedly, she swapped their banking information with hers to receive their direct deposit. Now, anytime you do some stupid shit like this, let me tell y'all something. Anything you do bank-related, first of all, is federal. Let's go ahead and get that shit right. Anything you do money-wise is federal. You cannot fuck with the feds, stuff like that. And that's starting at 10 years and above, baby. Okay, you cannot do that. And why do you think that you could do that and reroute their money to your account from one account to another? You don't think that's traceable? That's coming back to you. So when they're doing the investigation, all they're doing is looking at where the money was supposed to go, to the routing number and account number to where it's going, and that's how they're gonna get your ass. So how you thought you was gonna get by with this? How long did you think you were gonna be able to continue to do this? See, and what they do is most of these corporations, when they see you starting to steal, they don't get you when you stealing $20, $100. They're going to let it get up to a certain amount to where it's federally, to where they can sue that ass, and then they're going to also file and press charges. Now, you will never, ever be able to work any job that's going to be a reputable job anymore once you get out of prison, okay? You probably going to be, in that window over there at McDonald's asking, do they want cheese on it, and do they want to supersize that bitch? You're not going to be able to work nowhere near money. You ain't going to be able to work nowhere in bank. You ain't going to be able to work nothing that's going to require your ass to be dealing with accounts or anything like that, because now you put yourself in a situation to where you cannot be trusted. This is a federal crime. All right. I'll be mad as hell if I'm supposed to get paid on Friday and my damn check being rerouted to the person who's supposed to be putting my damn check in there. We're going to have a problem. Let's get it. All right, so shout out to Neighborhood Talk. They're saying that a payroll supervisor in Miami was arrested after authorities linked her to the theft of thousands of dollars from the business's employees. Now, 35-year-old Sadia Christina Byers was hired at Mr. Hospitality back in March, which is around the same time the company began receiving complaints from former and current employees about not getting paid. Now, initially, the company believed that it was a glitch in the payroll system, but after IT conducted an internal investigation, they discovered over 10 employees had their direct deposit information changed to multiple PNC bank accounts. Now, they discovered that Byers had used her personal email address to change the direct deposit information of employees. You dumb. You a dumb criminal. Now, it says that the amount she received totaled over $46,000, with deposits ranging from $518 to $1,500. Now, according to the report on May 19th, that Byers discovered that she no longer had access to the company's payroll software. This resulted in her discreetly walking out of the office, never to be heard from again. So she knew she was caught. She knew she was caught when she couldn't access that website. She said, oh shit, something happened. They done discovered that I done been stealing and that my ass is caught. Let me get the hell out of here. Now, they said that following being arrested by a detective recently, Byers denied stealing the money and claimed the computer that she used was accessible to others in the company as well. So she tried to blame other people who worked at the company for stealing when the shit route back to you. Is your email address that went back to you, baby girl. Now, it says that she also stated any change made to direct deposit accounts had to be approved by a manager, but you approved it anyway. Now, it says that she is currently facing charges for grand theft, organized fraud, and fraudulent use of identification. Now, it says, I don't know why she thought that she wasn't going to get caught. All right. Well, I don't know why either. When you use all your information, you even have enough sense to create another email address versus your personal one. You ain't have why I'm trying to tell you how to commit a crime. I ain't trying to do no shit like that. I would never do it. But I'm saying, if you were going to be smart and try to get away with this shit, why use an email address that comes back to you that you use all the time? Why do that versus creating a new email address and trying to let me shut up shit. I ain't trying to tell you how to commit no crimes. I'm just saying, if you were going to do some shit and be not under the radar, then you shouldn't have used your personal information. When you have this shit go to your personal account where they can go back and look and see that that's your account and you've had activity in that same account, and money that was supposed to go to someone else's account is now being rerouted to your account. That's dumb. Anything that you do bank related is traceable unless it's cash. And now really cash is because of the serial numbers. Really cash is traceable by serial numbers, okay? Period. And then they have this dye stuff that they put on there where they can look at fingerprints and all that. Go in and try to take some money in your ass. See how that work out for you. Banks are getting smarter now in terms of catching criminals and in terms of fraud and stuff like that and illegal behaviors that people be doing with accounts. So they're going to catch your ass. It's not like it used to be back in the day. They've definitely stepped it up to where they can catch people when they do things they should not be doing bank related. So she's stupid. I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know what kind of drugs you was on, baby, when you was doing this, but good luck to you, honey, because you already got the braids, so you good. You got the braids already. So where you going, honey, you are straight. You ain't got to sit between nobody's legs and get the fish shoulders, honey. Let them be braiding you up in there because you know they don't take but 3 baths a week. So them other 2 days, baby, you're going to be in there smelling fish fillet while you getting your hair done up in there, girl. So they'll tighten up them little edges and all that for you when you need it. But you got your braids, you good, girl. Go on in there and serve your 20 years, all right, or more. Out here on the fraudulent bullshit. Moving on, child. That was done. Well, I wouldn't have done that shit. No. People be in a hurry to go to jail. I don't know what y'all be thinking out here, child. Y'all be in such a hurry to go get locked up. I don't know what to say. Go on out there, child. Go right on out there, honey. Go right on out there, honey. You want to be in there like silk, getting licked up and down. Let me lick you up and down. You want to be getting licked up and down and shit. Snap it up, slap it up, flip it, rub it down. You on that, child. Ooh, Lord, you want to be walking around with Big Bertha with her arm around your shoulder while she talking to you in the jail. So look, this is what's going to happen tonight when everybody go to bed. Now, I'm going to come in your cell and I'm going to lay in your bed with you, okay, because you my woman now. I don't care what you say. You my girlfriend now. She going to be on that aggressive bullshit. All because your ass out here stealing money. That's what you get. I ain't mad at it. Go on in there, Big Bertha, get your woman, girl. All right. Mm-hmm. She's a good girl, Savannah. All right, let's get it. Let me stop. All right, so Deitrick Haddon, honey. Deitrick Haddon is getting a lot of flack out here because he was seen with his wife, honey, backing it up and twerking it on him. So they're saying that Deitrick Haddon responds to critics of his wife twerking on him at his birthday. Now, he is a whole pastor out here. He's a man of the cloth, as they call him in Church of God in Christ out here, because that's where I'm from. They're saying that he says, I wanted her to enjoy herself. He says the gospel singer Deitrick Haddon, honey, claps back at his wife's dancing critics. Now, she child was looking like somebody just straight out the club. Now, you are first lady because he is a pastor. I don't feel like that was a good look for you to be backing it up on your husband and twerking and whatnot in the clubhouse, child, and at this damn birthday party. Okay, Dominique, because I do follow them. All right, I do like his music. I like Dominique, but sometimes Dominique is too worldly in terms of how she dressed. I saw a video recently where they were at a Jodeci concert. Baby, she knew every word. She was dancing all seductive. I said, is this a first lady? The first lady's supposed to do that? Now, ain't nothing wrong with you going to concerts, but you have to conduct yourself in a certain way when you decided to, be on the Lord's side, as they say in church. When you decided to take on being a pastor or a person of the cloth, you cannot act like the world. You're in the world, but you should not act as the world. First lady should not be twerking publicly. Now, if you want to do that shit behind closed doors for your husband to turn him on and get him riled up for y'all to get ready to turn on Shirley Caesar and go in there and knock boots, then that's what you do. But if you're going to be out here, honey, in at birthday club, birthday parties and publicly, you cannot be out here tooting it up, making your ass clap and all that. That's inappropriate behavior. I'm sorry. I've never seen a first lady act in that way. I've never seen Shirley Caesar on top of a table with her ass poked out twerking it. And Shirley Caesar got a nice little body. All right, she do. Shirley Caesar, child, she do. Shirley Caesar got a nice body, honey, under them robes, and because she's starting to dress, fitting little clothes and stuff now. I don't know who her stylist is, but they got her on these little prom dresses, these little fitting prom dresses when she go out and perform. I said, child, I ain't know Shirley Caesar had all them hips under that damn church robe. Look at her. Shirley said, I'm taking these robes off, girl, so I can get up here with this tight prom dress on and sing, girl. You're next in line for a miracle. Twerk, twerk, twerk. I ain't never seen Shirley do that. But let's get into it, girl. Let's get into it, honey. Now, they sat down with Angela Yee. Y'all remember her? She used to be on the Breakfast Club. She has her own podcast now, and she's talking to Deitrick, and they're asking him how you feel about this shit, okay?
Image because you are a man of the church. That's why they got a little upset with you because they saw your wife twerking.
Oh, man, my wife gonna twerk. I wanted to twerk, Doc. I wanted to enjoy herself.
I love every single bit of it. I'm a man's man.
That's the Holy Spirit. Why we think the Holy Spirit can't show up in a twerk?
Oh yeah, because that's your wife. That's my wife.
That's right.
That's my significant other. The Bible says the marriage bed is undefiled. What we got going on between us ain't none of your business.
That's right.
And if I let you in on my life, give you a little clip of something, just enjoy. I'm letting you in on my life. I didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
If it's your business and you want us to stay out of your life, once again, Halle Berry Jr., if you want people to stay out of your life and not have an opinion about your life when you're doing things that's contrary to biblical beings, then maybe you should keep that shit to yourself. Wifey should not be twerking. Yeah, that is your wife, and the bed is undefiled. That's right. But when you, let Pastor Caramel talk to you right quick, okay? Pastor Caramel, let me tell you, that is inappropriate behavior for a first lady.
I'm trying to show people how to live this kind of life without losing your integrity. Just enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Jesus said, I come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Christians got it wrong. He came so you can enjoy this life without going down the hole of sin. You see what I'm saying? And that's what he showed us. That's what he showed us. Jesus went to the wedding, turned the water into wine. But guess what he did when he got done doing that? He went to healing and fulfilling his.
Right. He went to healing and laying hands on people. He didn't turn the water into wine and got up there on the table and started pouring it down on the strippers while they was twerking on him. Did anybody hear that in the Bible? Anybody read that in the Bible where the Lord went in there and turned the water into wine and said, all right, Shaniqua, get up here, girl, with that thong on and twerk it, girl. Make that thing clap. Cake. Was the Lord in there doing that? Did anybody read in the Bible? Let me know what page that's on so I can go get my Bible from downstairs and go and read it, girl. Was the Lord in there like this? Cake. I turned the water into wine. Thou can drink now. Because y'all know they said thou. They didn't say you back then. They said thou. Thou can get your cup and drink now. Drink of the wine. Cake. Was the Lord doing that? I don't think so. Deitrick, you are wrong, sir.
Assignment. He went to the cross. So he's showing you balance. And so I don't know what to say to people that got a problem with my freedom. I know my freedom offends people, but I can't help that. I'm living my life. When I get done dancing, guess what I did the next day after my birthday? Went to church, to my church, and preached the gospel. Went the next day and we had a concert. Hezekiah Walker came. Shout out to Lillian Lloyd. She came. Everybody came on through. We had a Holy Ghost good time. You know what I'm saying? So I believe in balance. I live it, you know. And
do you feel pressure to maintain an image because you are a man in the church? That's why they got a little upset with you because they saw your wife twerking.
Oh man, my wife don't twerk. I wanted to twerk, Doc. I wanted to enjoy herself. I love every single bit of it. I'm a man's man.
That's the Holy Spirit. Why we think the Holy Spirit can't show up in a twerk?
Oh yeah, because that's your wife. That's my wife.
No, Deitrick, no. That's highly inappropriate. I don't care what scripture you try to attach to that. I don't care what scripture you try to download to make that right, sir. It's given no. The Bible does not tell you to do that. I'm sorry. It says be in the world, but not of the world. Twerking is of the world. I'm sorry. If your wife want to dance with you and dance up on you, no, not like that. If y'all want to go out and have a good time to a concert, or even if it's your birthday and the song come on, y'all can still get your little two-step on, but make it, tasteful. Tasteful dancing in public. Now, when you get home, let her back that thing up on you, twerk it on you, wind and grind and all of the things that y'all like to do behind closed doors. She ain't even got to have no drawers on when she do it. If you want to be that, if you saying the Lord that told you to enjoy yourself, child, tell her, girl, go on in and take them drawers off and come in here and twerk. Hallelujah. Now, get in here. Hallelujah. Go on and take them drawers off and get in here and twerk. Since you want to be all biblical about the shit. Hallelujah. Tell your wife, go in there, child. Take them pretty panties off and get on in here. Hike your leg up and twerk on me. And then we going to revival in the morning now. I want you talking about you tired. Now you getting up in the morning. You go ahead and twerk and be tired tonight if you want to. Now in the morning we getting up and going to church. Because you did say y'all went out all night, honey. Y'all partying and she was twerking up on you. And y'all got up and had a good old hallelujah time at church. And y'all had a good old gospel concert and everything up there, child. Kirk Franklin was up there stomping. Hezekiah Walker was up there singing and carrying on. And y'all was just twerking last night. The Lord was not pleased with that. And you got up there and did a full-fledged sermon. Now, ain't nothing wrong with living your best life, but when you take on ownership of being a man of God, I digress, Deitrick. Stop trying to attach the Bible to your bullshit. If you want to be of the world, sit down. Stop running up in the pulpit. You got a nice little congregation over there. I follow him. I've been following him for years. I love his music. He's a great artist, great singer, great writer, all of that. I love that. Now, let's not forget, Deitrick, because you like to throw the Bible in there. What scripture do you have to attach to where you cheated on your first wife to get the wife you got now? Oh, I'm preaching right now. Like my grandma say, baby, I'm talking about who I'm talking about, okay? My grandma said it when she be preaching. Shout out to you, grandma. I love you. I'm about to step on some coins this morning. What scripture do you have to attach to that? Because you cheated on your first wife, Deitrick. Hallelujah. With the wife that you got right now, the twerking first lady. When was you going to let us know about that? Now, I ain't want to spray you with your business this morning. Since you telling folks to stay out your business, you done took your ass down there to the Breakfast Club telling your business and offering up this damn video where your wife was twerking up on you. So no, we will not stay out your business if you're going to publicly be doing stuff like this. And if you do the shit again, I'm probably going to talk about it again because it's wrong. Y'all do that in public. I mean, in private. Do that in private, not in public, baby. You don't want nobody to talk about the shit. Don't do it where I can see it. Period. Period. You wrong. You are wrong. You are wrong. The Lord did not tell you that. I'm sorry. People stay lying on the Lord. So wonder you didn't get struck down out of that chair, sitting right there lying on the Lord. So wonder the Lord didn't strike a part down the middle of your head and slice it in half with your ass sitting there on that mic lying. About the Lord told you that it's okay to be twerking. He did not. He did not. Let's get you out of my screen with your lying ass. Lying pastors, I can't take it. I can't take these lying pastors out here. Just out here just up and lying. Lying and flying. All right, let's get on, y'all, to the next topic, Lord, okay? Because we do have some topics, Lord. Jesus. All right, so let's get into Stormy. Stormy Big Steel, honey. Stormy Celicia Big Steel, honey. Let's talk about her from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let me get back to my main screen. Because she out here speaking real greasy, child. Which I put in the chat before we move on. Because I want to make sure I'm talking right. Put a 1 in the chat if you feel that this particular dance and or activity and behavior that we just saw with Deitrick Haddon. Put a 1 in the chat if you feel that was inappropriate behavior as a pastor and first lady. Put a 2 in the chat if you feel that there was absolutely nothing wrong with it. They were just out having a great time for his birthday. Let me see. Let's get a poll right quick before we move on. Because I don't want nobody out here saying Caramel is doing too much. And Caramel is, I'm sorry. I grew up Church of God in Christ. I grew up where they said holiness is right. I grew up where they said, honey, there's certain things you just do not do when you say that you are who you are in Christ. I'm sorry. That's how I grew up. That will forever be in me. And when I see things that contrary to God, then I got to speak on it. Okay? Contrary. That's contrary to the word of the Lord right there. All right? I see it too, and I respect it. I see it too, and I respect it. I ain't fussing nobody out because that's your opinion. I want you guys to feel free to speak on how you feel, and I ain't nobody going to get attacked. I'm not going to attack anyone for your opinion. That's your opinion. I'm talking about how I grew up. Okay? I grew up that way. That's inappropriate. My grandmother would never twerk nowhere. She don't even listen to secular music because that's how she chooses to live her life, that close to being godlike. Okay? I'm just saying. Come on. That's just how it goes. I ain't trying to tell nobody how to live their life, but I feel like the church has become very relaxed when it comes to biblical. We're starting to see a lot of secular music starting to creep into church music. I'm starting to see it. I've never heard of trap church music ever. And I get it. The times have changed and nobody wants to hear rough side. I'm coming up. That's how church music used to be. On the rough side. That's how it used to be. Up the mountain. Y'all know. Now it's, trap church. And I can get with that because it's a nice little bop and you're trying to get a different audience. You're trying to get the younger people involved in, like church music to where they'll listen to it and adhere to what's going on in the music. And it's fine. That's fine. But it's a fine line there. When you start adding twerking, what's that pastor that I was talking about in Atlanta, where his church child was in there twerking for New Year's Eve? I forget his name, child, and he got a lot of backlash for that. A lot of backlash. They was in there playing actual secular music in the church, and the people in the church was twerking, you guys, for New Year's Eve, for New Year's Eve service. I played it on my channel. And he got so mad when people spoke out about that and told him he was wrong for that. He got so mad. I said, since when? I would be afraid to play with God like that in church because that's how I grew up. Church is a place where you don't play with God. My grandparents taught us you don't even walk across the pulpit. Like that's a sacred space. You don't go up there for no reason. I don't care. You don't go up there. That's how we were raised. So I don't know. I'm old school, guys. I'm old school when it comes to that. But Deitrick, you wrong, baby. You were wrong for that. I see the ones, and I respect the twos. Okay, I see the ones. I respect the twos. I'm not getting ready to call nobody out for putting a 2. That's your opinion. Okay, do it in private. No, that's my thing. Okay, do it in private. All right, let's move on though. Stormy Steel is catching a lot of backlash, you guys, for being very vocal about the reason that she decided to leave Love and Marriage Huntsville versus the real reason that she decided to leave. Now she is saying. Stormy decided to say that she decided to leave Love and Marriage Huntsville because Love and Marriage Huntsville and OWN does not pay well. Now, we've heard this many times. Okay? We heard this from, shout out to Winter Wonderland. We've heard that from her where she was on her show over there where she was saying that they don't really pay like that and how she was mistreated on the network under Carlos and OWN and Kingdom Reigns Entertainment. Okay, now they've already talked about how they don't get paid well to be on this damn show. It's a check, but it ain't well. Stormy, I feel like she's starting to feel herself when you beg Melody to help you get on the show, and now that you feel that you found your way, that you feel like you don't need her anymore, and you cannot burn that bridge because you don't know. Your business was already in bankruptcy. You were struggling. You didn't know how you were going to make it until Kyle came in, baby, and put you back on the map. So you don't ever know where your business is going to go. People like you today and don't fuck with you tomorrow. So you don't want to burn that bridge in terms of going out and speaking greasy about a platform that helped catapult you into a realm where you've been trying to go with your business. Nobody knew who the hell you were prior to you coming on Love and Marriage Huntsville, and that's facts. We didn't know you. When they showed you that one time before you even became a main cast member where you were pregnant and Mel had some type of an event at your house, we didn't know who you were. We were like, who is this girl with the big nose and pregnant? Who is this girl with a big ass beak with this big old stomach look like she about to give birth any time now? We know who you were. We didn't care who you were. Okay. Period. We did not know that. So now that you feel like you found your footing, you are speaking negatively about a platform that helped your business and helped people get to know who you are. All right. You knew what you were getting paid. You knew that you weren't getting paid shit when you signed on through your contract. Okay. Of what you were going to be paid. So don't try to act all surprised now and want to downplay being on the show and why you're leaving. You're leaving because the fan base don't really see it for you. I mean, and the pay could have a thing to do with it as well. But the majority of your reason for leaving, I feel like, is because the fan base don't really see it for you. You came on this show thinking that you could outshine Melody because you thought your money was a little longer than hers and that you could walk in the door because your favorite line was, and you were telling everybody that you ain't got enough to come for me. You ain't got enough to come for me. Well, people saw you as being this very headstrong, this very arrogant individual where you thought that your shit didn't stink and that you was better than everybody else. Okay, that's what people saw in you. People saw that in you. People saw you, started seeing you as being a fake friend when it came to Melody Cherie, who helped you get on. My only thing with this is Melody has helped just about everybody on this damn show get on. The Scotts are on because Melody Cherie. Who else? Stormy, of course, you were on because of Melody Cherie. Really Martell, because Martell, you didn't say shit in the meeting. So Mel pretty much sealed the deal for you to even have a spot on this show. And you brought all your side chicks and all of the enemies. Destiny, you can say what you want to and not give Melody the credit for bringing you on this show. But Melody helped you on this show. She already said it. But you said Martell. It wasn't Melody. It was Martell that helped me on the show. No, baby. It was Melody. So everybody that Melody's put her foot down and asked for them to be on this show and stuck her neck out for, they turned on her and they become enemies. Stormy, you are that one because you acted like you didn't even know who Melody's arch enemy was, Ariane, until Ariane blasted you. All right. So my thing is, admit that you use Melody and the show to boost your notoriety on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay. And now that you don't need them, you're gone. You've already announced that you're leaving the show. Great. Goodbye. We didn't want to see you anyway. So now you're feeling yourself because you got this little TikTok money coming in and because you done been over there on Tamron Hall over there looking crazy as hell. All right. You feel like you made it. You feel like you made it. But don't be looking down on the people while you're on your way up, because them same people you will see on your way down. Let me just let you know that. All right. So Stormie's issue is that she thought she was going to, like I said, be the star on Love and Marriage Huntsville over Melody Cherie because she had more money. But you forgot that Melody's fan base was actually her fans. You were not going to come on the show with your two little fans and outshine Melody Cherie. She's the queen. She is the star of the show. Even Carlos said it. Melody is the star, and he ain't about to be trying to get rid of her. So you coming on this show, baby, you got to come behind her. You got to stand behind her. She first. You get in line behind her. All right? Viewers didn't see it for you. And they drug your ass for filth. All right? Every content creator, every fan, everybody. The Melometers got on your ass. So you decided to step back because you're planning to come on this show and take over when you brought your whole damn family on here too. It didn't work. So now you done tucked your tail between your legs and you bowing out gracefully. But I feel like Stormy has this attitude of, I'm going to use you until I get where I need to go. Then I don't need you. Same thing you did to Kyle. You used Kyle. You used Kyle, your business partner Kyle, until he got your business up and running to do what it needed to do over there on TikTok and every other damn talk. And then you fired him and it backfired on you to where you owed him millions, at which they've already just recently settled. So you tried to do the same thing to Kyle, the same way you tried to do Melody Cherie, and it backfired. And this situation here gonna backfire on your ass as well. Okay? Not that I want to speak negative or see you do bad. I don't want to see anybody do bad. But you got to do people right when they put you in certain positions to make it. All right. So you should be thanking Kyle for rebuilding your brand because you were in bankruptcy with Canvas Beauty. All right. You really were. You were struggling. You were. See, people forget where they used to be when they get where they want to be. Stormy. Yeah, you do. And it don't help that your mama keep running her damn mouth when Melody gave you an opportunity as well as Betty. Because Betty, you never would have been on Love and Marriage Huntsville had Melody not spoke up for Stormy while you was over there in the Facebook chats talking shit about her. Okay? Yeah, you made it to the reunion and hopped your phony and fake ass up there to talk shit about Melody Cherie, the same person who made sure that your fake ass had a check on her show. And you were talking shit about her. You were talking shit about her on her show, and she was putting a check in your damn pocket. Because you ain't nothing but a retired school teacher. You ain't got shit. You don't. Your daughter was living in a mansion. You were living in a trailer. That shows how much your daughter care about you. Because, bitch, when I become a millionaire and I come up, my mama do too. That's the first person coming up. Your daughter drive a G-Wagon. You don't. How you living in a mobile home and your daughter is living on a plantation? That's spectacious. Shout out to Wanda. Shout out to Chit Chat with QT. That's spectacious, as Wanda call it. Now that Alibaba, honey, and now that Alibaba is over there working overtime to send out your country crock body, I can't believe it ain't butter. Let's call it that. That country crock, I can't believe it ain't body butter. You are starting to feel yourself. That's what it is, honey. That old good old country crock. I can't believe it ain't butter over there from the Ollie of the Baba. You feeling yourself, sis. Oh, you feeling yourself. Oh, you feeling yourself, girl. Oh, you are feeling yourself. Girl, yes, honey, the country crock. I can't believe it ain't body butter, girl. That's what it is. I can't believe it ain't body butter. Oh my God. All right, let's continue. All right, so Stormy, like I said, Stormy, you use people. And we've seen that many, many times, baby. And now you want to talk greasy about the show and the fact that they don't really pay much. They don't really give you no money like that. You knew that when you signed the contract. You were just so happy to get your foot in the door because you knew what it would do to your businesses. Yes, honey. That's that country crock in a tube over there, child. When the people's over there saying spores is growing out of it, child. People saying they ain't getting their orders. You created your own enemies. But you want to blame the damn Melometers when it's you. Send them people their damn money or give them their shit. Okay? Melometers were buying your stuff too. The same people you sat on this last recent episode trying to make Melody Cherie talking about some she need to check her people. No, Mel said I ain't got to check shit. I ain't got to check shit. Melody's fan base help you get where you are, but all of a sudden you hate them now. Where my thank you letter at, bitch? Now, I always say I don't do groups, but I do support Melody very, very heavy. Y'all know that over here. I stay dragging Martell's ass. All right. I do support Mel. I am a Mel fan. Y'all know that. I don't really like to say that I'm a Melometer because I don't like to do groups, but I'll be a Melometer if I need to be shit. I can be that if I need to be. Melody knows I supports her. Miss Van know I support all them. No, child. I'm 10 toes down when it comes to Mel. All right. I'm 10 toes down. But the fact that I'm making here is don't look down on people because you feel like you. That's the only problem I feel like that people have with Stormy, and she's had that same attitude coming in the door. And as her star starts to rise and she becomes a bigger person, Stormy really she continues to look down on people, and that's not going to go well for you because the goal is to grow and grow your fan base. Okay, you cannot continue to do people wrong in business and think that your business is going to steady go up and do well. Okay. Somebody say you get it. Yeah, I don't really do clicks. I've never done clicks in groups and stuff like that. So when I say I'm not a Melometer, don't nobody take that negatively and say, oh, Caramel is not a real fan. It's not that, baby. Mel know 10 toes down. Y'all hear me over here dragging all the time. I'm going to call these folk out all the time on Mel's behalf, okay? I sent Mel receipts on Martell and bullshit that I see. Like, Mel, did you see this shit? Mel, did you see this shit? I don't rock that hard for people that I don't fool with. I promise you I don't. I really don't, because I really be in my own world. But people that I rock with, I got your back. I'm gonna let you know if some bullshit is coming your way and something is brewing up and you don't know about it. I'm gonna be the one to let you know because I'm cool like that. Okay, I'm cool like that. I'm gonna let you know. That go for anybody. If I see it for you like that and I'm cool with you and I see something coming your way and you don't see it as a friend, as somebody who, you know, I feel is 10 toes down for you, I feel it's my job and my duty to tell you, hey, did you know that this was coming? Did you know this person said this or that? Did you know this person is getting ready to launch a lawsuit against you? Did you know this? I'm just letting you know, beforehand so that you can prepare yourself and not be blindsided by some shit that, that's coming your way. And that's what a real friend and or supporter do. But like I said, but look how she came for Melody's fans. Like I said, this past episode where she was snapping on Mel, the same person who helped you get where you are. And I don't like the fact that everybody that Melody sticks her hand out to help always turn their back on her and give their ass to kiss to her. It's not cool. But you got up and left the trip early with Trish because Melody would not conform to sitting there and kissing your ass, and you got in your feelings and you left and took your ass back to Huntsville. But bottom line is that didn't help you none. It didn't help you none. You should have been off the show. To be honest with you should have been off the show because people were not seeing it for you and they still don't. All right. But your last attempt to try to air Melody out and make her look crazy and make her look like a fool on TV, that pretty much folded for you. All right. So now you realize that, hey, it's best for me to go ahead and get off this show because what I pretty much orchestrated to come on here and do a takeover and take over the show and be the star over Melody, it's not going to happen because her fan base is too strong. It's too strong. You can't, baby. You cannot fight the Melometer. I don't care how much money you make. The fans is what's gonna keep you afloat. I promise you. And Melody, she has done well in growing her fan base. So yeah, bottom line, Stormy, let me give you a word for a wise, honey, and let's get you on out of here. Worry about them damn lawsuits, all right? And pay those customers back their damn money for their orders that they purchased stuff from you and never got. It's still orders out there of people that have spent money for your business to support a black business because they wanted to see you do well and thrive, and you still have not given those people their products. You've been running all kind of flash sales and everything else. And as soon as somebody try to blast you and expose you for not giving them their shit and keeping their money and ignoring emails and phone calls, you want to start that crying and running out here buying Gucci bags. No, bitch. Thank you for the Gucci bag, but send me my shit. Okay? Period. Worry about your lawsuits. Worry about all these loans you keep taking out. Okay? Because you've been doing that and not paying said loans because your ass been in court for it. So while you telling other people they ain't got enough, it's obvious that you don't either because you're not paying all these loans. You a millionaire by loans and TikTok, baby. Don't forget that. Don't forget that, all right? Miss, you ain't got enough to come for me, all right? Because I guess you ain't got enough to come for yourself. Miss Ma'am, let's get you on out of here, child. Moving on, because your ass was a snake from the start, baby, and we saw that. You put your own foot up your ass. Then you want to blame the Melometers when you set your ass on live. Let me go ahead and say this too while we on it, and I'm gonna move off you, okay? I don't know why I'm spinning the block back on you. But Stormy, we knew that you were a stake from the beginning. But bottom line is you exposed yourself when you went live in your warehouse and then tried to blame the Melometers on that bullshit too. I remember when you sat there and threatened another blogger by way of pow and then act surprised on the show when you got to go to jail. You cannot commit, you cannot issue threats and warnings to, threats and warnings to people by way of pow and then start crying and play victim when you got to pay the piper. You can't do it, baby. You can't do that. You can't do that. Own your shit going forward. And if you can't take the dragarization from just the Melometers, baby, the way you trying to go in terms of being this celebrity, you ain't gonna make it. Because you're going into a realm, into a world of different devils to where you're going to have more people who don't like you and don't see it for you. They're going to talk about your nose and everything else. And if you can't take a little jab here and there to where you fold and you cry and you want to give up and you don't want to be on earth no more because that's your favorite thing to say when you don't get your way. I don't want to be on earth anymore. I'm leaving. I'd rather be on Mars. Let me go down to the Space Center and get on the next, space shuttle that's going out of here. I'm tired of life. I don't want to be here. Girl, bye. Grow up. Grow up. Okay? Moving on. All right. So there's a picture that's been released. I want to share it. Marceau shared it. So I'm going to share it. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Can we talk? That's what Tevin Campbell said, honey. All right, so Marceau released this picture, as you guys can see. It's coming up on my screen. There you go. Let's make it bigger. As you guys can see, Marceau released it. A picture of Carlos King, Kimmy, Marceau, Maurice, and Tisha. Now, let's scroll down. Black excellence. Hashtag Love and Marriage Huntsville at the Carlos King at On TV at Letitia Scott at Kimmy Scott at Miami Reese, which y'all know is Maurice at Marceau Scott. White Melody in this picture because that's the real Black excellence. I swear to God, all her businesses are thriving. But these 4 clowns you got up here, Carlos, where you keep trying to promote. Kimmy, you give absolutely nothing to the show. You don't talk about business. Neither do you, Maurice. We already looked at your ratings over there and your reviews over there on that credit none. I'm gonna call it credit none because you ain't fixing none of the credit that comes through your door. All right, your chicken eating sister, she ain't doing shit either. Let's move on over to the other Scots over there. Tisha in her pleather dress. All right, Tisha in these pleather dress and these Payless pumps. She ain't doing shit either. But going out here getting all these degrees and certifications just to be a stay-at-home mom. So Black excellence, I'm going to say no. Like, stop playing in folks' face. What is Marceau doing besides just getting out of a fucking lawsuit? Millions of dollars that he was going to be owing. What is a $50 million lawsuit for Zen Garden for fucking up their stuff over there? Where they had to tear down a whole building that his ass built wrong. All the measurements and everything in between was wrong. They had to dig up the road that they did over there because that shit was wrong. Keeping people money when he's supposed to have been building a barbershop for somebody. That shit ain't never happened. Every job they go on, it's a problem. Then y'all gonna promote that y'all are building hotels and stuff. We ain't heard no more about this hotel. I promise you I haven't. This hotel should be built by now. Where is it? Where is it? Marceau, you popping up on job sites with a baseball cap on and some Skechers. Where is your work? Where's your scooter? As Nene would say. Nigga out here building in Skechers. He on the job site with Skechers on, stepping on nails with a baseball cap on. Y'all going out here. It's smoke and mirrors with these 4 clowns right here. I promise you. It's smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors. I don't see anything that y'all done and or completed. Now you're back to over there throwing 2x4s over there on Scott Manor, or aka Bedrock, and saying that you guys are building when you done put a whole video up there where Marceau is going backwards and forwards on the machinery. He ain't picked up a grain of salt, dirt, nothing, and a board, nothing. I'm so sick of y'all asses in these damn lies. And Carlos, you stay perpetuating the lies along with them. I don't know why you don't realize that your shows are going down because of these four right here. You should have been switched out these couples for real black excellence on your show to get your ratings up and for your ass be canned for these low ass ratings that you are putting out on OWN's network. And you're attaching your Kingdom Reigns Entertainment to it for a bigger check for yourself. We see you. But the problem with Carlos is you cannot differentiate friendship from business, and it's going to cost you in the end. And I know I'm telling the truth. We're getting ready to look at an interview here in a second where Carlos is definitely putting his own foot up his ass, and he's speaking real cocky a little bit too. I caught that cockiness. All right, I'm going to have to drag you a little bit when we get into it. Yeah, I'm going to have to drag your ass in a little bit. But I don't see black excellence here. Bottom line is these four clowns, they don't even want to talk about their businesses. They don't want to talk about their infidelities. They don't want to talk about any of that shit. All right, where's the black excellence in this picture? I don't see it. Kimmy, what have you done? Thank you for getting over cancer. I applaud you for that. Godspeed, baby, and continue to keep going. You talked about libido for an entire season and nobody cared. You took up for your husband when he publicly sat up on an interview on a panel and told you to roll over and take it like you were a dog. During the time that you were fighting cancer, going through chemo, where your hair fell out, he publicly shaded you and picked at you and made jokes about you being bald-headed when you said you wanted a car to let your hair blow in the wind. Your husband, the same one that you was fussing at Melody about on the girls trip and saying, I want my husband to be here, because you didn't know what to do with yourself because you were used to a man telling you what to do from the time you open your eyes in the morning to the time you open your legs at night. Oh, did I say that? The Scott way, girl. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. From the time you open your eyes in the morning to the time you open your legs at night to roll over and take it. For that sorry-ass childlike man boy that you married over there. Oh, we can call him a fuck nigga because that's my favorite word to use. When I see a moist-ass individual in my presence. You married a man-child who took your voice, Kimmy, because you were when the first season, Kimmy was very much matter of fact in who she was. We don't know who the fuck you are now because you sit in scenes and you're on mute. Who got the remote for Kimmy? Who's holding the remote for Kimmy? Does Maurice hold your remote? Because it's given that you can't rewind, go forward, you can't speak. You're on mute. You've been on mute since season 1. You brought nothing. You brought nothing. And the only time you speak up is when and I get that you're supposed to take up for your spouse, but when a nigga is openly and publicly embarrassing you for a medical condition that could have taken you out of here, baby, I need to hear your voice. I need to hear your voice, Kimmy. Tisha, same way. Those Scott boys have a way of taking their wives and their significant others' voices. Tisha, you don't have a voice. Your husband continue to tell you to stay home and be a stay-at-home mom because he don't want you in the office because bitches is calling up there on the work phone to talk to him. Oh, Lord, it's tight, but it's right. I had a pop lock right there. That felt good. I'm woke now, y'all. But this is what Carlos says, black excellence. You're going to hashtag black excellence to this? What's excellent about it? What is excellent about a man telling his wife to shut the fuck up on national television? What's excellent about that? Carlos, what's excellent about a man talking very egregious about his wife and her down there parts? And saying publicly sitting beside his wife on a reunion that he's had fivesomes when his wife have to look at him like, bitch, you gonna disrespect me? And Carlos laugh about it. What's excellent about that? What's excellent? What is excellent about infidelity rumors and constantly being sued and people not paying taxes on said businesses and owing excavation company $62,000 and refusing to pay them? What's excellent about that? I don't see anything excellent about that. What's excellent about not being able to build, okay, and have to do residential now. You guys cannot do consumer type building anymore. You guys have to do residential now because of them being reported. Did y'all know that? Yeah. So now they're trying to expand to go like Atlanta and other areas because you guys have had so many complaints in the Huntsville area that you guys aren't really getting business like that. So now you guys have went and got a license to go to other states so that you can work with people who don't know you so that you can exempt the same actions that you've done in Huntsville of saying, hey, I need this up front in order for me to start building. I'm not going to give you an itemized printout of what the money is going to because I'm going to keep that shit. Same shit Martell is doing. That's where he learned the shit from. So you guys have failed in business time after time after time. And then you want to stand up here and say, Black excellence, I digress. Okay, Carlos, you a clown. You already got on the clown shoes. You are a clown who needs to be sat down. And I hope go ahead and pull your damn coat and pull your damn cord here real soon because you ain't doing shit. And the ratings are starting to show across the board. I talked about this before. Yeah. Marceau, you refuse to address embarrassing moments and things and encounters between you and Tisha. You are on a show called Love and Marriage Huntsville. If Melody and Martell got to talk about their deep, dark, embarrassing secrets, bitch, so do you. You don't get to sit up and act like you are the therapist of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Marceau, to avoid talking about your shit. Because that's what we keep seeing. You don't have a storyline. Tisha don't have a storyline. Maurice don't have a storyline. And neither does Kimmy. Kimmy sits back and look in everybody's mouth, scene after scene. Maurice tries to step up and get in other people's business and give people advice when he don't take his own. Tisha, you stir up bullshit, but as soon as somebody puts you in your place, you want to fake cry and buck up on people, only to get home and your husband tell you you were wrong and try to sit here and counsel you like you are his child. Because he don't fucking respect you and spark an argument so he can go out and really be with the bitch he want to be with. Y'all are builders, but you got a big ass hole over the top of your stove where you just said that you remodeled your house. When y'all gonna get them plug outlets covers on there too? I keep talking about it. I'm tired of talking about it. Contractors with no plug covers and holes in the walls is diabolical. That's what it is. That's what it is. Carlos, you're allowing people to skate by and do nothing and still get paid on these shows. And you wonder why your ratings are low and people are blacking out and not fucking with these shows because you're not doing your job. Martell should have been gone before the Revenge Piece situation dropped. Before the Revenge P situation dropped, Martell should have been gone. But you see him acting out is a form of ratings for you. You love the toxicity of families being broken up and marriages being destroyed, and you take that as, oh my God, these are ratings, when really you're destroying the Black community's lives, Carlos. You get a thrill out of seeing toxicity and families being destroyed all for $1. That's what you're doing. That is what you're doing. Marceau refuses to address things that he and Tisha are going through, but then you want to sit down and spill everyone else's tea, and you want to counsel everybody on the cast in order to get screen time and avoid telling your own mess. And y'all got a lot of shit going on behind the scenes. Liens, lawsuits, infidelity complaints, women popping out the woodwork, talking about Marceau hopping in the DMs for threesomes. But Tisha want to sit up. I had never had no infidelity in my marriage. That's you, Tisha. Anytime somebody asks her, baby, you had infidelities before you got married. Let's back that thing up like Juvenile. You had infidelities before you married this clown that you call a husband. You forgot you was the side chick until he decided to date you exclusively for 1 month after he knocked you up while he was still running the streets. When your own mama told you that if the nigga cheating on you, let him go. But when he get his shit together, let him come back. That's the mentality that you have. And it makes you look like a weak woman because you can't hold your own and you're afraid to leave. And you look at Melody Cherie and you laugh at her, but you might want to hold on to that laugh, baby, because at the end of the day, Melody got the last laugh because she's doing better than everybody on the show. And y'all pressed like a good old panini because you look at her and you want to be her and you continue to have secret phone calls with her telling her, don't tell nobody. I really want to leave this nigga, but please don't tell nobody. Yeah, that's what the conversation was about. Melody said she'll never tell nobody, but we already know you don't contact her unless you need something. We saw it in the scene when you asked her, Mel, how is it that you can get a divorce with 4 children and can still be on top? You want to know because you want to do it. You tired of being dictated to. You're worn down. You tired of having one face for TV and crying at home because you're depressed. Because you're stuck in a situation. You're stuck in debt behind a nigga who don't know what he's doing and continue to drag you down and holding on to the fact that y'all got kids together as a means to make you stay. And you can't find a way out because your mama say stay with the sorry ass nigga to save face so that them Melometers won't say, oh, I told you so, that they was going to get a divorce. So you hold on to 18 years of toxicity because of what somebody else going to say while you're dying inside and crying inside and sitting in interviews and smiling like you're the happiest woman on this earth when really you don't have a core. He's taking your core. You're not ambitious anymore. Anybody can go and get a degree. Anybody can go and get a certification. What are you doing with it? I wish I would go to school and get all these master's degrees and sit my ass at home and do nothing. For what? So you can say you're smart. So you can say I'm the only person in my family that went to college, because that's what Wanda was saying. Tisha's the only person in our family that went to college. Great for you. But what are you doing beyond that? It's given that you're just building your resume at this point. Shit, I got degrees too, but I bet you my career, I don't have a job. I have a career. I work within what I went to school for. Because I'd be damned if I'm going to spend all that time of studying and getting up early in the morning and taking my ass to school to learn and earn what I deserve to be thrown away for me to just sit on it. For what? Tisha could be so much further if she dropped Marceau. I think she knows it, but she's afraid because she's become comfortable with having a man, for one, because she's male identified. I don't feel like she feels that she can make it without Marceau. And if he left her, she'll lose her fucking mind. You got women that's like that. They get so, Kimmy the same way. She know Maurice ain't shit. But if Maurice wound up leaving her, I feel like that's why her ass was ready to leave that damn girls trip. Because she knew he was home doing whatever he wanted to do. Busting down Tatiana's. She knew that man wasn't sitting at home waiting on her to come home. Maurice was in them damn streets while her ass was on that trip. And she got to thinking about that shit. Well, we love to have our men here too. You what, girl? You babysitting a nigga. You can't even live your life and be fancy free and go on a girl's trip in a place beautiful as St. Thomas. I've been to St. Thomas. It's beautiful. You couldn't enjoy the view without talking about, I wish my man was here. He was only there for like 3 days, they said. You can't be around, you can't be away from your man for 3 days to breathe, honey. Real women that know they got a real thing, that know they man at the house ain't on no bullshit. I can go on a trip and I know mine ain't gonna be with no Tatianas and on no bullshit. Okay? It's called FaceTime, girl. FaceTime your man and go have a good time. See, when you secure in who you are as a woman and what you have and what you built, see, that's the problem. You haven't built a marriage. You're in a marriage. When you are in a marriage, baby, you got to build. It's every day you're building. I ain't never seen niggas with builder's license that can't build. Tisha, same thing with you. You are in a marriage. You ain't built no marriage, baby. You a builder. You got a builder's license, but you ain't building. You scared out of your mind to be away from your man. Every time Marceau go on a trip somewhere, Tisha got to go on a trip. It's like it's a competition where you gotta make him feel like you on some shit because you know he gonna be on some. I've noticed that every time Marceau go on a trip with the fellas, Tisha go and pack her bags and go somewhere too. Wanda got to come watch the kids because Tisha want to be on her get back. She knows her man ain't going to be faithful to her. So you want to put it in his mind, bitch, you on a trip, so am I. You out cheating, so am I. Why he call you cheat back Tisha if you ain't cheating? If somebody do something back to you, that means that they're already doing it. Call me a liar. Call me a liar. Don't make me put that combination in my vault and pull out a receipt on that ass because we got some. Oh, we got some. Marriage is about building, trusting, commitment, honesty, respect. All of those things go tie in. And if you're missing one, the shit ain't gonna work. It's like a puzzle. It's like a puzzle. I'm not impressed by this picture because I know what's going on behind the scenes. Anybody can put a suit on and get in a picture and smile. It's what's behind that smile is for me. It's what's for me. That's what it is for me. I see through the bullshit. I got my bullshit blockers on. I do. I keep them on when it comes to these clowns. You too, Carlos. You too, Carlos. Okay? Yeah. You too. Let's move on with this interview. I'm going to get off these two clowns. I think I done read them enough, child. If anybody can read your ass down, it's gonna be me. I'm gonna tell you that now. And your mama gonna be mad, but guess what? Guess who don't give no fucks about it? That'll be me. That'll be me. Okay. Yeah, we don't care. We don't care. All right. Let's get off that. And let's go ahead and get into this damn interview. Lord God. Let's get into this interview. Carlos King sat down with DJ Richie Sky. I found this interview. I know you guys can't stand Carlos' voice, but please pay attention to what's being said. Carlos is real cocky in this interview. He's speaking on Love and Marriage Huntsville. He's spilling some tea and stuff that I ain't even know shit. He's talking about Destiny and how she came onto the show and the conversation that was had prior to that with her storyline with Sonny and Moses. He talks about he's never met Moses. My thing is you're hiring people sight unseen. That's weird. You don't know who he is. Now you do now. You absolutely know who his ass is now. So you hiring people sight unseen on your show for ratings. Okay. But let's get into this interview because it's very, and I don't really like DJ Richie Sky. I don't watch him anymore since that Martell situation where he folded and did not hold Martell accountable, where he allowed Martell to punk him down, where he was talking about Mel's kids being abused when that whole situation came out. When y'all remember, he was sitting on his show crying and carrying on and, oh, the children, and it's bad that Martell would do this to the kids. And Martell got to him and said something to him. He done came back on there and retracted his statement. I said, yeah, I can't fuck with you because you don't stand on business, sir. Don't get on here in 1 minute and say one thing and then turn around and be on the bullshit because you scared that Martell probably knows some shit about you or that he's threatening you behind the scenes to sue you. Like, stand on business, baby. Martell can't send me shit and make me take nothing down because what I say, I stand on it. If you want to challenge me on it, I can pull a receipt and quiet you down. Yeah, we don't do that over here. Okay. You ain't sending me shit to tell me to do nothing over here in my house. Okay. You can ring my doorbell, but you won't come in that door. Period. All right. Let's get into this interview though. Don't ring my doorbell unless you want to see that receipt. All right. Yes, God. Because I know the combination. Yes, she does. She knows the combination to that vault, baby. And I love to go in there. I love to go in that vault. All right, let's get into this interview because it's a very good interview. DJ Richie Sky, I don't see it for him, but he did ask a lot of great questions. So let's get into it. All right, let's get into it. Shout out to him because this is his interview. All right, shout out to DJ Richie Sky, and let's go.
I want to talk about these shows.
Go ahead. You can ask me anything. You know it's you.
I got a lot of questions.
Nothing is off the table, Richie.
Love and Marriage Huntsville and Bell Collective are both back on at the same time. Is that extra stress for you?
It isn't. It isn't because I love the fact that, listen, I'm blessed to be able to be a producer in this space and having a hit show on a Friday night and a Saturday night. Baby, I'm blessed. Ain't no stress around me when it comes to that. And I'm able to sort of like release my baby to the world and have you guys watch it. So I'm thrilled, and we are entering to our, listen, I'm so lost. I think it's season 4 or 5. I don't know about Bell Collective, which season we're in.
I feel like it's season 4.
Okay, let's say season 4. Season 4 of Bell Collective. And then for Huntsville, it's the continuation of the current season with the continuation of the girls' trip. So no, I am super stoked. This season of Huntsville has been so effing good, and I felt like
we're back.
We sort of reinvigorated the show, and people are loving it, and that's exactly what we're doing with Bell Collective. Dr. Antoinette Lyles is back making appearances, and we have a new Belle by the name of Selena, who is like a fan favorite. So this season of Bell Collective is another reinvigoration that we did with Huntsville, and all of you guys are loving Huntsville this season, and you will love the Bells. And Richie, I listened to you, and you will see a brunch.
Finally, oh my God. Listen, I'm telling you, Bell Collective is synonymous with brunch, Mississippi, Ferris Street, period, okay? Those are the 3 other characters on the show, not to mention Selena, okay? Can you tell us what went into the decision to bring her on board full time?
One thing about me, I'm active on social media to a degree, and although I don't listen to a lot of, let me say this, my audience are very passionate, some more than others, and we'll get to that later because I'm sure you're going to ask me about that. But my audience is very passionate, right? And they're very vocal, and they speak to me as if I am on their payroll, and I don't have a problem with that. They talk to me crazy, and that's fine. Because I see the love within it. Selena fans are large. I had no idea that Bring It On, that was on Lifetime, was such a big show with a huge following. So long story short, her fans said, we want her to be a Belle. And one thing about me that you guys are seeing on my shows is I love to follow the reality. And the reality is like, she is the ex-wife of JJ. She is the mother of their children. She had a big altercation with So Gucci. As we're looking to add a new Belle to the show, why not add somebody that has all of that working for themselves?
Now, the only reason why you added Selena to this damn show, and going to be honest, Carlos, is because you wanted to see the altercation between So Gucci and Selena. Once again, you want to see a cat fight amongst women, black women. You already said she's a businesswoman. But he's like, yeah, she's a businesswoman, but so what? Yeah. She want to be over here fighting with So Gucci, all right, who is old boy's wife, who is her ex-husband. So that's the reason why I want to bring her on the show, because I know it's some drama between the two. You already knew it was drama at the reunion when they were arguing, and Selena's daughters were there and told you what was really going on there. They already had a whole knockdown drag out in court. So Gucci and Selena. So now you're wanting to profit off this whole toxicity between the two of them, when really they should be trying to co-parent together because they do share a space with the kids. But you're bringing that side of it to the TV now, Carlos, because you want ratings, and it ain't working. Mind you, there are 86,000 viewers as we speak for Bell Collective, and Bell Collective was one of his better shows. But let's get into it, Jack.
Not to mention, she's gorgeous. She's such a sweetheart. She is a Belle. And one thing about this cast that makes me the happiest, honestly, my entire cast were born and raised in Mississippi. And that to me is the essence of this show being called Bell Collective, because they're all Bells. So Selena is bringing it. You get to see her fiance. You get to see her home life. You get to see her as a mother, as an ex-wife, as a woman who is dealing with the post-altercation with So Gucci. And the gag is she went to school with Aikisha and Tambra. Like, it was just like, I would have been cool to be like, let me find somebody else. Like you have somebody right up under your nose.
I'm so happy because I was screaming for this all last season because I just felt like it told the complete story of that whole relationship, that whole family. And I think it actually adds to, I think, so Gucci and JJ, I think it adds to them as well. So we get to see a little bit more, I think. And I'm not going to give away too much because I did see the first episode, but I feel like it gets into their dynamic so much more.
Yeah.
And I feel like it brings out another side of So Gucci, to be honest with you.
It does. It does. And you saw the first episode, and that's just a taste of it. And the other thing I will say is last season was very dramatic. You know, there's a lot of conflict, and it did go a little dark, right? Because again, we just follow the reality. You know, when you have a physical altercation, it's hard to get past that within weeks of shooting, right? Mm-hmm. So news to the Bell Collective fans is a much lighter season. It's still funny, it's still shady, still messy, but you'll see a much lighter season that makes you be like, oh, we're in a new world, and I can't wait for you guys to see it.
I'll say one thing that I feel like I loved, and I'm not going to give away nothing, but things moved very fast in this episode. That made me happy, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like so many times we see shows and people are like hanging on to stuff, and I feel like there's things that happen in this episode that people are moving, like story is moving. So I love that. Internet. How did that come back around?
Latrice Rogers has been asking for Antoinette to come back ever since season 2. Dr. Antoinette Lyles left the show to focus on her business endeavors. And one thing about me, I'm always like, I want my cast to be happy. And if that means leaving the show to pursue something else, that's great. One thing that I love about my cast, anyone who has left my show has always said it had nothing to do with Carlos, the production. It had everything to either do with their own personal endeavors or some passionate audience members who watch the show and take things too far. But, you know, listen, so when she said to me, like, I love you, she gave me a resignation letter on a letterhead. Like, I love her. And I said to her, like, you're welcome anytime to come back. So long story short, every season, she's been asked to come back. We thought we were this close last season, and she didn't show up. And I said, okay, fine. Latrice surprised us by saying, I'm filming with somebody today, and lo and behold, it was Antoinette. And she said, look, I'm ready to like dip my toe in. And baby, she came back and had a lot to say. And says it to their faces.
I'm wondering how that's going to impact a certain relationship moving forward with two people that I want to be good again. I'm not going to get into it too much because I feel like it needs to play out, and it plays, some of that happens in this first episode, but
Ollie and Anna seem so perfect. What Ollie and Anna seem so perfect. And what people didn't know was she was screaming for help.
All right, we're through it.
I feel like, oh my God, we're about to go backwards. But I ain't gonna say nothing.
Stay tuned.
It's stressing me out already.
I know, but I will say to you, it's a very unpredictable season. So just stay tuned.
Okay. You mentioned two things that I gotta like ask you about. The first thing is, okay, so we talked about how she kind of gave you the corporate, like to whom it may concern, I just can't return this season. And so she didn't burn that bridge, right?
No.
How do you handle a particular cast member who may be not burning a bridge, but definitely setting things on fire?
Yeah, listen, what I will say is this. I don't take anything personally because, and I do mean this, when you have my phone number, when you have access to me and you choose to tell everyone else your grievances and not me directly, it has nothing to do with me. You want people to jump on your side of things because you want the heat to be taken off of you. I'm very much aware of how this game plays. I've been in it for 16 years before some of these girls even had a job in reality television. So I am a founding father of it. And, you know, so I know how this game plays.
Now, that was a dig at Melody Cherie. Y'all remember Melody blasted him on her TikTok to say that she cannot understand how people who are supposed to be your boss hopping on their platforms and speaking negatively about people that they employ. Y'all remember Melody talked about that? He is indirectly and subliminally talking about Melody Cherie, blasting him for speaking negatively about her and allowing Heavenly to speak negatively about her on his Messy Monday platform. Okay, so that is what he's talking about. Yeah, you were wrong for doing it. And as you said, she is the queen of your show. She's the star of your show. So then protect that and act like it. Because if she leaves, you don't have a fucking show. Who's tuning in to see Scott's? Keith Sweat, tell them. Nobody. All right, let's continue.
It's like having kids. You know, when your child is mad at you and they pout and you know, as a parent, you mad because you didn't get your way. Or you mad because of whatever happened. So I look at it like, oh, okay, and I go about my day because it has nothing to do with me. And the thing that I think is so interesting, no one ever asked these folks who may have agreements with me. Does Carlos know you feel this way? Or like, did you tell him you? No one ever asked that because I also know this too. There's a second part to this. All you have to do is say my name and you're going to get the press you need. And let's have a real conversation. You're going to get the headline if you say anything negative about me because of the space that I'm in. Mm-hmm. And it's going to get you pressed and it's going to get the heat off of you. Well, you know, Carlos, this and that. Oh, girl or guy. I know that's right. So yeah, we don't hate you no more this week. Yeah. Hey, Carlos. Meanwhile, Carlos is minding his business and people love to say this about me. Why you acting like you don't know what's going on? Because I don't. Lie. Unless you call me directly, I know what you're doing. And go ahead. I would never, ever, ever blast anybody I worked with publicly because I will call you. Ask any of my cast members. If I feel like there's something going on, I'll call you. Because that's what you do as a grown person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
but to answer your question, the other part of it, in terms of burning bridges, I don't take it personally. Gotcha. I love what Antoinette did because she was able to say, I'm leaving because of my own stuff. Yeah. And when she said, I want to come back, I said, great. I would love for everyone to be that way. I understand that a lot of people don't have that in them to behave in the most professional way possible. Mm-hmm. So in terms of burning a bridge, I wouldn't say people burn bridges with me. I do think at the end of the day, the same energy you had to blast me without letting you know how you felt in the first place, you do need that same energy when you apologize to me. I will say that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's fair.
Boy, bye.
Mm-hmm. That is fair.
You, Mellow Man.
Mm-hmm. So my next part of that question was, how do you handle the fan response to things that happen on social media? Specifically with regards to, you know, either something that maybe a cast member says, or just a general thought based on something that people saw in an episode. Because I would imagine, I mean, listen, I know you're busy because you're probably, it seems, I'm just using my context clues, y'all film, things are airing, y'all are filming. So I'm sure there's not a lot of time to really be sitting around digesting those things. But how do you compartmentalize that?
Great question. So I am grateful that I created a show that has resonated with a large audience. Love and Marriage Huntsville has been the #1 show on OWN for, I think, I may get this wrong, but I want to say for the past 4 or 5 years. And that's a blessing. And I don't take that for granted at all. And neither does my cast, right? So
once again, Carlos, you did not create Love and Marriage Huntsville. Can you finally give Melody Cherie her fucking credit, sir? This is so stupid. Can you finally give Melody Cherie her credit for Love and Marriage Huntsville? Damn, sir.
So within that, there is a select few who take it very personally when it comes to how they feel about what's happening on the show or what's happening to my cast mates.
Go.
And I understand and love the fact that you have a connection to, you know, the show and the cast, and that's wonderful. I will never stand for anyone behaving in a way that disrupts somebody outside of the show.
Here we go with that narrative of the Melometers bothering people, calling people's jobs, threatening people. Here we go, indirectly trying to address Melody's fans again. Carlos, then you just say if you got a problem with somebody, you call them. Why your phone ain't ringing? Why your phone ain't ringing? Why you ain't calling Melody Cherie? But you sitting in an interview once again talking shit, and then when she go on TikTok and blast your ass again, then it's, oh, she should have called me. No, you call her. You her boss. It sounds like you got a problem because every interview is starting to sound like you got a problem with her fan base because you don't have a fan base like hers.
You know, if you want to go on Twitter and read the girls and the guys for filth, we all signed up for this, me included, right? I never clap back at people. It is what it is. Right. I get it, fine. When you take it a step further, though, Richie, and you really start to be maniacal in people's personal lives and you make up stories, that's taking it too far. I strongly believe, and listen, people may disagree with me when it comes to this, and that's fine. No one should be held responsible for another person's behavior. And that's how I feel. Yes, can people say stop or whatever? Okay, fine. That's fine. I get that too. But fundamentally, you should not blame anybody for the actions of other people, especially when they're grown. And there's a lot of people who are grown, who are grandmothers, great grandmothers, aunties and mothers and all those things who behave in the most oddest way. You know, I shared this on my own podcast, Reality with the King. You know, me and Dr. Heavenly are recapping Huntsville for the foreseeable future because people took her colorful commentary and decided to harass her at her job. There's tons of content creators who have said to me, I don't review Love and Marriage Huntsville anymore because some of the audience members are too much. Period. And that makes me sad. That makes me sad because I'm like, what is going on? Like, you know, why can't people have an opinion? No one does that in DC. No one does it for Detroit. And no one does it for Bell Collective. For some reason, when it comes to Huntsville, it's the one show where people have come up to me. Someone personally said to me, girl, I love you, but you can't ever pay me to recap your show anymore. And I was like, boom, is it that bad? And they said, it actually is that bad, Carlos. And that's like, it's going too far. It's going too far. It's a show. What? Why are you laughing?
You know why I'm laughing.
Oh,
here's the thing. I get it. I get it.
Does it happen to you?
Oh, you what? Come on now. Like, yes. But here's where I landed with that, right? I had to land at a place where, for me, this is a show that I love. The cast from Huntsville are the people who actually inspired me to get a real estate license. I ain't even really using that. I mean, I'm signed to a brokerage, but at the end of the day, I wanted to learn. And what they showed me was that you can do a lot of things. And this was one of the things I was always curious about. And I did it. You know, I used to joke, okay, is Martell ever going to get that license? And I thought to myself, I'm joking about that, but let me see how easy this is while I'm talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So it became that for me. And as a result, I had to look at it and say, I'm going to review this show because I like these people. I like them. And I don't take the show personally. I don't take it with me home. Like, I mean, I'm reviewing it at home, but obviously I feel like I observe, but I don't have to absorb. That's what I try to tell people. And so if I can't be an example for people who want to review it, then what am I doing? So that's kind of where I landed on it. But I also respect the people that have chosen to bow out, because I get it. It can be a tricky landscape to navigate. So that's where I landed on with it.
Yeah, no, and that's the reason why when Heavenly called me, and that's a good example. Heavenly, as y'all know, is a tough woman who's the fact that her tagline is, I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna take it back, right? Because she knows that she says the craziest things that are truthful that may not be popular for other people to digest. If she can say, like, this is too much, and she's actually on reality television, that's when I realized enough is enough. Yep. Tiffany Whitlow left the show because people kept attacking her. Not to spoil anything, but you're gonna see this conversation.
Tiffany left the show because she was going through postpartum. It ain't had shit to do with the Melometers. There's another lie, Carlos. She was on the show and talked about she was going through postpartum and she was dealing with issues within her marriage. It didn't have shit to do with the Melometers and people attacking her. I think it was one comment to where she said that one of the fans or somebody told her they didn't like her on the show. She was boring. They wish she would have jumped off a bridge or some shit like that. But in terms of her being constantly attacked, like you're trying to say, that's a lie. Tiffany stepped back from the show because of postpartum after she had her child. So can you please get your facts straight and stop with the Melometer lies of people attacking this girl? That's not why she left the show. That's not why she left the show.
Appear this season and at the reunion of Huntsville of someone deciding to like not be involved as much because of some of the audience. It's not okay. Why is it my show? Like, no one does this on the other shows, right? Like, what is it about? Like, I sit back and think about, like, what is it about Huntsville that has created this group of people to go the extra mile? I find it so sad and disheartening that people don't want to review the show or stay on the show because of these group of people. And that will always make me sad.
I try to look at it as, you know, people are passionate. And it's a tough, like I said, it's a tough situation to navigate because you want people to be passionate. That's a gift.
Like, listen, my comments and the cast comments are never cut off. If you want to read us on the comments, go ahead. If people's there's bloggers, content creators who 1 week they love me and the next week they don't. I don't take it personally. I'm like, all right, that was a bad week for me. Let me keep it pushing. It's okay. I'm cool. I promise you. We're all cool with that. We hate you. Okay, girl. But to call someone's place of appointment, call someone brand deals they're working with, don't work with this person, like, how would you feel? And these are these people. So is it okay that I contact your job and have them read the mean tweets you say to me and ask them to fire you? Like, so if that's your thing, sis and sir, then is it okay for me, the harassment you give me and the cast, is it then okay for us to then call your place of employment and say, look what your employee is doing to me, and they should be held accountable for that? So I guess, so, because that's playing fair. Yeah. If you're gonna call somebody and say this person behaved on this show and did that, then they should be able to call your job and say this person tweeted me this. Because the stuff y'all say about me, I'll leave a Happy Sunday post and they say the meanest things to me. I'm like, Y'all don't take a day off? It's Sunday. Can y'all?
Thanks for being here, Winter Womanland. That is Winter, you guys, from Love and Marriage DC. Shout out to Winter for being in the chat. She is a content creator. Check her out. We love her. We love Winter. Thanks for being here, love.
Clock back in Friday and Saturday to read me. Can we at least on the Lord's Day worship the Lord, child?
Boy,
y'all reading me on a happy Sunday message? Okay.
Why are you out here spreading peace and love on Sundays?
But I love y'all anyway. Mwah.
What do you feel is? I know I got a different question for you. How do y'all determine who is in the cast photo? Let me ask you. The reason I say that is because I noticed, and I'm grateful, forever grateful, that y'all have decided to do new cast photos even after the break. I think that's great. Let me tell you why. Functionally speaking, as a content creator who makes content for the shows, I like new images. Don't make me have to search all over the interwebs to find an image of a person to put on a thumbnail. That's number one.
Okay.
But how do you determine? Because what I noticed was we saw Destiny, Melody, Martell, Kimmy and Maurice, Letitia and Marceau, and then we see Latricia and Ken. And I'm thinking to myself, where is Stormy and Nell and Chris? How do you determine who makes that cut?
Well, first of all, I don't determine that.
Okay.
That's funny. I don't get it.
Let's be clear. I get blamed for everything, Richie. And this is the truth. I don't set the photo shoot. I don't pick the photos. I don't decide. I literally do not have approval over any of those things. That's all network assigned. Okay. I produce a show and
Dear Dr. Ng, my missing tooth isolated me from the world. I trusted Clear Choice, and you gave me back.
So it's not my decision. So that's a great question. It's not my decision. I too sometimes be like, so where's Nell and Chris Fleisch for this? Oh, you know, I'm like, what happened here? And you know what's so funny? This is true tea. I'll get calls. I'm mad. What happened? I'm not in the photo shoot. Why so? I'm like, so then I
wonder that happened.
That happens every season. That happens every season. And and to be fair, I get it. If I'm working 30 episodes, baby, I want to be in the photo. So I that's why when I get the call, I'm like, say less. Then I'm like, hi, I'm well. How are you? Good. So I have something to say to you. So-and-so called me. And, you know, so the beauty of my relationship with my cast is, I wish they all did this, but, you know, a large number of them call me if they feel some kind of way.
Okay.
Because they know that I'm going to make a call. I have the power, okay, to make a phone call. I do have that. I'm with y'all. I'll be like, oh. So it's definitely not my decision. It really isn't.
Fair. Okay. See, I think sometimes you get it because you're our only, like, for a lot of people, you're the only point of access, right? That they can put a face with. So it's like, Carlos, did you do it? So I think that's it.
And the cast does the same thing. Did you? I'm like, now y'all know better. I did it for the audience. But child, my cast be calling me about the same thing. And I'm like, now y'all already know. But yes. So thanks for clearing that up.
Absolutely. The other thing I wanted to ask, and I know that you might have answered this question somewhere else, but I'm gonna ask it myself. I think people felt a certain type of way about Sonny and the man being on there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What went into the decision to kind of like open the space to tell their side of the story?
Check this out, yeah.
Absolutely, great question. And we do address this at the reunion.
Okay.
So, again, I follow the reality. And the reality was we were in talks to have Destiny return to the show.
Mm-hmm.
And within those talks, you find out what they're going through. Obviously, she shared what she was going through. My producer, the showrunner of the show, also shared with me separately to Destiny about Sonny marrying Moses. I never met Moses, as you all know, because I'm the one who told Destiny, honey, you're next to a pillow. Where's your man? Right? Like at the reunion, I never met Moses. So we learned through Destiny what she was going through. My showrunner tells me what's happening. And when it came to sharing that story, we did talk to Destiny about it. And I want to give Destiny so much credit for saying, that's my life. And for all the people in the world who says Destiny always hides something, I want to give Destiny all the credit.
Boo.
She said, let's go. Let's go. That's my life. And I'm willing to talk about it because that's what I'm going through.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it. So courtesy of that and courtesy of Sonny and Moses saying, let's go. As a producer, that's your job, is to follow the reality. I don't pass judgment with nobody, right? I don't insert my personal feelings into the reality of someone's life. That's crazy for any producer who does that. It's our job to be unbiased. Like, that's the reality. Let's follow it. And again, it wasn't like we did it behind Destiny's back. She was fully aware. And so was Sonny and Moses. What I will say is it provided some great conversation about boundaries that you just never saw on reality television. You know, you never saw these conversations. I had no idea that my other cast members on my other shows felt so strongly about that storyline. Child, the DC cast was like, it's something Joy Carter said, but was so great. She said, and I want to get it right. She said something about, so you act unprofessional and you get a confessional. And I was like, that's actually, you must be a songwriter, Joy, because that was actually like pretty.
I remember that line.
Yeah, that was, so the beauty of it is, as a producer, it's not our job to insert our personal feelings. This is the reality, and we followed it. And we're able to make, we were able to make sure we show both sides. But when I say to you, that is the number one storyline that people talk about for love and marriage, Huntsville, no matter where I go. I got a text from a very, very high up professional. And true story. This extreme high professional career woman said to me, did you know Sonny was good TV like this? I said, baby, I had no idea. Zero. I said, when Sonny was a producer, we would have, I have meetings with my producers weekly, a full staff meeting. And baby, Sonny was like professional. She was quiet. She said what she said. She got, I had no idea Sonny had, baby. I was like, Sonny, this is, I had no idea, baby. Sonny. And people always ask like, did you know she had that in her? I said, baby, no. But Sonny had it, baby.
You mentioned Joy. And what she said was actually at your live podcast.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, because I get this question on, I would say, a bi-weekly basis.
Oh.
The people want to know if Love and Marriage DC is coming back.
Listen, the worst part about my job is I'm not able to disclose anything because I respect the people who pay me. And I don't go against the folks who pay me, child. But what I will say, and I said this on my podcast with Ashley Silva recently, you know, we started a process of looking at some folks.
So that means, yeah.
So, you know.
Check out these deals of the week at Walgreens.
So you saying it without saying it. Be honest. So yeah, it is coming back.
Listen, the thing about DC is this. Talk about activation. I mean, the audience loved DC. I love the fact that season 1, they were like, eh. And then season 2 came, they said, and then that long break came, they said, where's DC? And then the other thing was, well, you know, we also want to make sure that we see more of this. So what I will say is we're able to look at that, and there's so much more story to tell when it comes to DC. So I'm really, 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 really thrilled about it.
Will you be going on any more live tour dates?
Yes. And I want to be able to make sure that how can I say this? I'm working on some things that are very interesting to the Raindrops. We had a very, God is good, and thank you to the Raindrops and to everybody who bought a ticket, and thank you to Richard for coming, and Riley Knox for coming too with you. I love Riley so much. To have 5 cities that we did a tour on, and they were all sold out, was just a blessing. And it made me realize, like, okay, honey, you definitely have a lot to offer in this space. So I want to do something bigger because of that. And the team and I are talking about ways to like make it bigger. But yes, to answer your question, we are definitely going to start the second leg of the tour really soon. And, you know, the guest I got coming up is setting the bar.
Okay. I'm gonna have to text you offline or something.
How are you not listening to the funny part?
I bet you are.
There may be, you may want to go to, for you, there's at least 3 that I know you're like, Carlos, I'm gonna go. But there's one I know for sure you'll say, okay, if I had to choose one, can I go to this one? So, yeah, it's
okay. I'm gonna need those details, you know, so I can make my plans. Okay, my travel plans. Okay.
Yes. But no, Reality with the King tour is going to resume very soon. More than likely the top of 2025.
Okay, that's fair. That is
exclusive.
That is absolutely fair. Thank you very much for giving us that. Okay, there are questions as you know, I have to ask. Now, whether you can answer them, that's a different story.
Oh Lord, here you go.
No, that was it.
Oh, I thought it was okay. I'm like, child, you got more that I'm not supposed to answer. Don't scare me now, but
no.
For you, I'll find a way to do it just in case.
No, you have answered everything. Thank you so much. Anything you want to share before we go? I mean, I know you kind of do a good job of communicating what's going on, but still.
Yeah, so no, Bell Collective every Friday, 8 o'clock, 7 Central on OWN. No breaks. You get to see all of the episodes concurrently. No breaks. So you get to see that. Love and Marriage Huntsville, we're finishing things off this Saturday, 8 o'clock, 7 Central, the continuation of the girls' trip. This second half is so explosive. The reunion we taped was so explosive. I'm still wowed by the reunion. I mean, let me tell you about Huntsville cast.
I mean, they got up there and
they're the best. They're just the Huntsville cast. I when I say to you, I love them so much, and they show up, they show out, and they make me laugh. They really make me laugh. So you have a great reunion.
All right, so we're gonna stop it there because he's just kind of rambling. So he's already talked about the reunion is explosive. There's some stuff I know. Can I say it? There was an altercation, of course, y'all know, between Destiny and Sunny. That's going to be very eye-opening for the reunion. So you guys, if y'all gonna be watching the reunion, yeah. If you haven't watched the season, if you might want to watch the reunion because it is explosive. It's gonna be, yeah, some words exchange. It's gonna be explosive. Tisha gonna be doing them same rehearsed reads that her ass be doing, trying to be clapping back. So Mel gonna be on her shit too, and she gonna be holding her own. So the reunion is definitely gonna be explosive, and it's gonna be good. So I can't wait to watch it. All right, let's get out of here. Love you guys down. That is the end of our show. I wanted to play this interview because Carlos definitely spilled a lot of tea, talked about a lot of things. I know his voice is hella annoying, but we had to get through it, guys. I appreciate you all for being here, okay? They said that they let him cross the right. He crossed a lot of boundaries. But thank you, Belle Wilson, KBR, Tyra, Linda Gamble, and Scorpion Miss. And thank you, Winter Womanland, for stopping by. Y'all know Winter is from Love and Marriage DC previously. All right. Yeah, thank you for stopping by, Winter, because we do love us some Winter, honey, because she be dropping gems, and we love that. All right, to the other content creators that stopped by: Truth TV Podcast, Purple Unicorn, Aries Girl Podcast, Deary Talk Show, Messels ATL, Boss Lady Brand, Girlfriend Chronicles, Chronicles of Kim K, and I saw Love Seeing Her in the building. Thank you guys for being here. If there's any more, please let me know so that I can shout you guys out, because I do like to give you guys your props for stopping by and supporting the channel. All right, love you guys down. Let's get out of here. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you guys later for our pop-in video, okay? Until next time, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, all right? And bye.